Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at this 2018 Audi RS5 in the beautiful Navara blue with black optic package. We're super excited to present this here at Audi Flatirons. Let's take a look at this 2018 RS5. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look under the hood. This vehicle is going to have a 2.9 liter bi-turbo V6 engine producing 444 horsepower and 443 foot-pounds of torque. Now that's up about 126 foot-pounds of torque from the last generation, which just makes this car an absolute animal on the streets. Now the front of the RS5 is a very good looking vehicle. You can kind of see coming across the front here, it's all black optic package, so the grille's blacked out, the bottom fascia here is blacked out, and of course it does have the LED front headlights as well as the turn signals. Normal daytime running LEDs as well as the high beams. And of course it's got that kind of a smoke black to the headlight as well, which just complements the Navara blue very nicely in my opinion. You can also notice the Quattro script here on the front, which is part of the RS line, as well as the black optic package, which is very, very sharp looking. Now coming around to the side here, again you'll see these 5-spoke trapezoidal black optic wheels specific to the RS5. These are wrapped in 275 30 20-inch wheels and rubber. This is just a very beautiful looking Audi Sport wheel. You can see the red brake caliper back behind the wheels, which just complements the wheel very nicely. Now coming across the side of the vehicle here, you'll notice that of course it is a coupe, so it's going to be a two-door vehicle. And around kind of some of the window trim as well as the top, you'll notice just kind of an extension of the black optic package, which I think is very sharp on this blue color. Coming around to the rear, we'll just use our foot here and open up the trunk. And it just reveals a very, very large, deep, good space trunk with LED lighting in there as well. It does have the factory mats right now. But you can fit quite a bit of luggage in there for a nice weekend trip. There's some grocery hooks as well, so none of your items will slide around, and then there's access to actually put the rear seat down as well. And down below you'll see the Audi Sport exhaust specific to the RS5 on this model. You can change the way it sounds through the drive select up front, which we will show you in another clip soon here. Now, one of the features that I love about Audi is Audi's advanced key. So when you come into the vehicle, you have the key, on your person, whether it's in a purse or a pocket or whatever it might be. If you just tap on the outside of the door handle here, a little depressed section, it'll lock it. You'll hear the car make an audible tone as well as flash the turn signals. And then when you're ready to unlock the vehicle, if you just grab the whole handle, it'll actually unlock, which just makes things very, very simple. We'll go ahead and hop in here. We're greeted with this fine Napa leather. It is going to be the honeycomb stitched, which is one of my favorite looks. The RS kind of features that specific seating surface, and it's just very, very nice looking. Steering wheel, again, will be an RS steering wheel. Really good bolstering. It is going to be perforated throughout. Very, very nice grips up top here. Paddle shifters on the rear. And of course, you're looking directly at the kind of badging there, RS5 Quattro, on the virtual cockpit. Of course, powering the vehicle on, virtual cockpit will turn on and you can see the power gauge and the torque indicator there as well. Part of that kind of special RS feature. There's a view button, of course, just like the standard virtual cockpit. It'll basically bring the gauges to a smaller view so you can take a look at the full screen maps, whether it's Google Maps or just the standard map view. You have your Bluetooth telephone when the phone's connected, the sort of media source, whether it's your Sirius XM, AM, FM, or again, just Bluetooth wireless. And then all the information on the vehicle, you can also see that they included a boost gauge up top there, as well as the engine temperature down below, which I think is very nice. And of course, you can see the coupe up above, which I think is kind of a neat little picture. Just more information about the vehicle, telling you gas consumption, time, date, things like that. Now another thing you'll notice on the inside of the vehicle here is the carbon fiber, and that's kind of throughout, both on the dashboard, the doors, as well as the console here. It's just very, very nice looking with that kind of red stitched honeycomb seats, which is very sharp looking. This vehicle also offers the 3D sound from Bang & Olufsen, as well as the Alcantara trim pieces on the side of the doors as well. Now this feature isn't necessarily new to the S-Line or RS vehicles, but it is very nice that they included it. We've seen this on the 2018 S4 as well, but there's actually a button on the side of the seat. If you press that, it'll turn on the massage feature. Oops. And there's 3 different settings. There's a wave, a stretch, and a knead. So all just kind of different ways to enjoy the massage, and then you can actually adjust it. There's 3 different stages or 3 different settings, so to speak, which is very nice. Now down here in the center console, you'll notice a little RS badging here. It's kind of a nice little touch that they included. Up here we have the yacht shifter. It is perforated. We've seen this on most of the other Audi models. Pull back for drive, all the way up for reverse. Park is actually on the shifter itself. Up above there we have the controls for the MMI system. It's all very, very simple to use. You have nav and map as a shortcut, telephone, radio, and media shortcuts as well. Back button, a scroll wheel, 2 drawer keys, presets for the radio. You can mix these with AM, FM, XM as well, but they will not be used for entering inputs such as telephone numbers and things like that. And then up on the screen again, just scroll through. You can access telephone, media, radio, and so on, all through the scroll wheel there. So it's easy to navigate, easy to use, all right there in front of you. Dual zone climate controls as well. So as you run your finger across, it's touch sensitive. It'll reveal more options. You can adjust the climate warmer or cooler. I love that they included the cooler on the left, the warmer on the right. It's very easy to read. 3-stage heated seats as well for both driver and passenger, as well as front and rear defrost on the side there. Now this vehicle also has the LED interior lighting plus package, and this will kind of include a couple different colors. There's a contour white, maritime blue, impulse red, sport red, and then there's also an individual which you can kind of go through and change. But it's just very neat looking. It's a little bit more customizable. You can see it down in the cup holders here, but it'll kind of project at night. There's a couple different lighting throughout the vehicle, and it's just very, very sharp looking. My favorite personally is the sport red. It matches the stitching in the seat very nicely. All right, let's go ahead and take the 2018 RS5 for a quick drive. So right now on the screen here, there's the drive select controls. That's activated through the drive select buttons down below, the climate control there. And there's a couple different modes. There's an automatic mode, a comfort, a dynamic, and an individual mode. Now on the RS vehicles, the S models, your individual is going to be a little bit more aggressive. You can actually set it up to how you like to drive the car. So by pressing one of the drawer buttons, you can actually see there's a way to go through and filter the engine and transmission, the suspension control, steering, sound, sport differential, which this vehicle does have, as well as the engine sound. So that's going to open up the exhaust and make it a little bit louder. Standard, if you just put it into dynamic, it'll automatically put the transmission into the sport mode. You can actually hear it downshift. The exhaust opened up a little bit. Just a little bit more sporty. It's kind of ready to go, so when you need the power from the vehicle, it's already there and good to go. Alright everyone, thanks so much for tuning in on this quick look and review of the 2018 Audi RS5. This vehicle is currently for sale at Audi Flatirons. Please check out our website down below to view this as well as a lot of other inventory. Give us a like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for another video.